Look who we got here. The senior lead officers, the biggest welfare queens on the force. That's what we got right here. How are you doing, man? I want to thank you. No, I want to thank you because you talked Francois Coster into trying to take out that TRO. It cost her $85,000 she has to pay me. So I want to appreciate it. I anti-slapped her because of you. Because of you. That's because of you. And she now owes me $85,000. Francois, thank you. There you go. Thank you. So how the senior lead officers doing today, huh? Guys sitting around doing nothing like usual. This is the cushiest job. Wait, how much did you make last year? 180,000, 185,000 after overtime? I think it might have been 200,000, but it's at least 185,000 last year, huh? I know I could look it up. Of course I could look it up. Yeah, but I see you guys working hard today. You guys are overtime right now? Overtime today? No overtime. Is it straight time today? Straight? No, I'm saying, but I know you're working this Civicia, but I mean, are you actually doing anything? You guys are hanging out here on the side street. What's your function today? Because the festivities are around the corner down the street, and it goes for like 6.6 miles down through West Hollywood. But what's your function today? What's your function? You're available. Hey guys, they're available. See, Scientologist cop, senior lead officer. This guy is the greatest. This guy is the biggest Scientologist. I actually just got some documents about you and Talman at that Scientology function where you guys played. No, I just received them this morning. I think we spent like $200,000 or $100,000 that they spent on that. So yeah, how are you Scientologists doing these days? How come they're not outside anymore? They no longer recruit, huh? You guys go to their functions? Oh, come on. Okay. Okay, so I'll take him at his word for now. Why are you always at their functions? Why are you always covering for them? You're at France. You go to Francois' events in downtown. Why do you go there for her liquor license thing?
Did you get the CPR request yet?
For what?
Didn't you pull like a CPR?
I didn't do a CPR for that.
Somebody did. So I worked for Vice. I worked Vice. I don't know if you know this. I worked Vice like 7 years. I used to go to those meetings all the time for all their alcohol stuff.
Okay, but I mean, I've seen you here at least 4 years, So not working Vice. Why were you there?
That one specifically, I was working on that project because I still...
You were doing security for her outside. No. You literally spent like 2 days. You, Cohen, and others were hanging out. But go ahead.
So when we go to those hearings, every single alcohol application for a conditional use permit, the planning department, zoning administrator will ask for PD input. That usually goes to the Vice office or the Hollywood Entertainment District because of all the alcohol we try to deal with.
But that's not Hollywood Entertainment.
I happened to work that area prior to my assignment here in the HED. I used to be that area.
Okay, but you're not there.
I knew Francois before any of this.
But what I'm saying is, I know you've been here in HED for at least 4 years, but you're not there. Why couldn't they have somebody from over there do it?
I was involved in that project before any of the Scientology stuff even started, before you even started these videos. Yeah, I think somebody did a CPRA request. I'm sure
I know who that is.
Get it, and they'll get it. You'll see.
I think maybe it must have been recent because I just received some documents this morning. I haven't had a chance to look at them. I just went to get my coffee and I bumped into you guys.
You'll see the emails that were going on before any of this even started. So that's a whole other story. Like, look, it's important.
Okay, but why were you guys, when we do our protest, you guys were literally working security. You had you, Cohen, and 2 other cops. I believe it was Bustamante and others. We're just standing around there as we protest.
There was concerns because we were
the concerns. We've been out here all the time.
The batteries. We were trying to get rid of
the batteries. Let me tell you something. What happened with those batteries? Those supposed batteries. They never even made it to the city attorney. They threw it out. But you guys kept on arresting us, even though I had my nose broken out there. Nobody got arrested for that.
After those first 4 days, we weren't even there anymore.
You guys come back, and I tell you, a huge double standard. A huge double standard. Either way, it didn't work for her because, I mean, I know business may be back right now for her, but it cost her $85,000.
It wasn't just about her. There were several businesses up there. Look, and you know how it is. Not everyone can handle the protest stuff, right? I mean, people freak out about
you guys do. You guys seem to have this...
Not us. I'm talking about the other
this different response. Come on, when you were over in the Blue Building, when you went over there to the Blue Building, that guy, you went and harassed that guy. You did. You walked over. I did. Instead of going to the Blue Building, you went up to Sunset and you said, "What are you doing here?"
So what did it? No.
And this isn't. And that's Northeast.
Give me a second. I parked my car.
Right.
I'm just going to tell you this. I'm not comfortable parking in that parking lot. Let me just say that. I parked my car.
It was a patrol vehicle.
I parked my car.
Okay.
My patrol vehicle. And I'm getting out. Let's say this is that street.
I would say it's Sunset and say the blue
out,
buildings.
And I look over across the street and I see someone on the camera. Obviously, I know they're videoing. I think the first thing I said to him when he was across the street, I said like, hey, how are you doing? How's your day? Or something like that. I start walking. Of course, he sees me. I'm going this way. He walks up around and runs across just to get views. And I know exactly what he's doing. He's just trying to film
But
me.
why would you go to Sunset?
And then they invited. Look,
I know, no, but I mean, the blue building's the opposite direction. You walked up to Sunset. You didn't have to walk over toward him.
I walked up and around. And
But that's
down.
come on.
I told
now.
you I didn't want to go in that parking lot.
Okay.
I
I wouldn't want to go in that parking lot either, but
Okay, so you can understand, all right? I didn't want to go in that parking lot. Anyway, today's the day about bicycles, riding around,
okay.
having a good time.
I'll give you that. I never thought about that. I'll actually give you that one. I'll give you that one. The other ones, though, it's a work in progress.
And look, I know it is what it is. You guys have your opinions. It is what it is.
I just go off of. Listen, I've been dealing with you guys for so many years. It's been nonstop bullshit. So I mean, you guys have arrested me. Well, not just you guys. 7 times in the last 3 years. I've never even made it to court. It's just always like 422 PC from a crazy guy. From a guy who Michael Moore said was having a mental health crisis in the middle of the street. You guys took he had a knife and a pole in his hand. You let him go and gave him his knife and pole back and arrested me, gave me a $50,000 bail. I mean, I'm not gonna, that's not on you. And I know a lot of cops feel a certain way about that. But come on now. I mean, think of how I feel. Think about how difficult it would be for me to give any of you guys the benefit of the doubt on anything.
That, and I don't ever expect the benefit of the doubt from you. I 100% understand what you're saying.
Hey, listen, HED, they're better now. But in 2020, 2021, every little thing was leading to a search and a handcuff. Every little thing. So you guys were going hard for little things. I will do the same thing back. I'm going to go for every little thing. You know, it's going to be a hot day out here today. Maybe if I see some tattoos, I'll write some people up for that. Whatever.
I think. I understand.
It's got to be what it's got to be.
You got to know the policy, and if you're wrong,
Got to.
you're going to take your notes.
Exactly.
Right?
And then I believe in public shaming. It's more effective. It's way more effective than anything that's going to happen at Professional Standards Bureau.
I mean, I guess if it does it though, really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nobody wants their families to see them acting like a fool.
If you're doing something wrong and you get called on it, it is what it is.
It is. Nobody wants to see them. Nobody wants to see their father, their friends, their kids, their kids' friends.
Speaking on that,
Listen, I know.
The retraction?
They did put a retraction.
They did.
Fair enough.
I don't have an ex-wife. I don't have. Yeah, and you guys know. You guys.
I didn't honestly. I'll be honest with you. She sounded so convincing. She really did. But I was like, I'm so used to fake calls, fake 911 calls all the time. So I was like,
You know they would garnish my wages in a minute. You know they would.
She did sound convincing, but I was about 75% on thinking that was fake. 20. But
It was.
the only thing that actually gave me a little, I started thinking is when it actually ran in the newspaper. I'm like, well, did they actually confirm that?
No, they posted it. And look, I think you'll see the argument they'll have is, well, we posted upon what somebody said. We're not.
That's a different standard for news media versus.
Should be. They didn't care. For what it's worth, I reached out to them immediately and told them, hey, it's not true. You need to take it down. And then they started asking like, okay, well, will you send us? Can you get like a statement from your wife? I'm like. And at that point, I'm like, look, this is not a back and forth. And I had to contact some people. They sent a letter, and then it went down. So it is what it is.
Well, you guys enjoy the rest of the day. I'm gonna go see if I can find your friend Hugo. Let him know. Let him know if you see him. Let him know I'm looking for him. You guys take care.
Take care.
That cop I just said right there. He grew up with Hugo. They have pictures together. So anyway, here's Ciclavia function. I figured since I'm on now, I was just getting my coffee and I saw those fools sitting there trying to dodge doing work. So let me show you what it's like living around Hollywood Boulevard. Things you'll see. So this is Ciclavia. So basically they shut down 6.6 miles of street, and for bicyclists and others. and it's sort of like a celebration. Starts on, I believe, Hollywood and Vermont, goes down Hollywood Boulevard, down to Highland, cuts down Highland to Santa Monica, then goes through West Hollywood to San Vicente by the sheriff's station. I had planned to go jog this. I was gonna get into my running gear and then go take a scooter over to the beginning. But I was like, man, I'm tired. I need my coffee first. And I bumped into the cops. You have to have a little fun with the cops. Yeah, but like I said, that one cop, I think his name is Ruiz. He grew up with Hugo. They take some pictures together, Photoshop the badge on Hugo's shirt. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. How are you doing, sir?
Nice to meet you. I was wondering if I was going to see you today. I've seen so many of your fucking videos.
I got caught up looking at Hugo's tent, and I was like, let me go cook him. There he is. Oh, I'm gonna hold him accountable.
Well, I can't wait to see you.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Do your thing.
All right, man. My favorite guy. Look at his. There's Hugo. Oh, look at him. Look at him. He's giving me that look. Hey, Hugo. How you doing, Hugo? You did a 4118 sweep to clear the street for this event. You want to talk about that? Hey, Hugo, remember when you gave the cops a $15,000 signing bonus? Was it worth it, Hugo? Did you? No apology for that, Hugo? No apology for that? How about the fact that you put a police chief on the head of the Civilian Oversight Committee, Hugo? Hugo right there put a police chief on the Civilian Oversight Committee. That's Hugo, Cop Hugo. I saw your friend around the corner, Hugo, the senior lead officer. Hey, are you gonna do any oversight of Inside Safe? I've talked to this guy too about Inside Safe. It's a huge scam. We have like 1,000 units of housing that is supposed to be rent controlled that you are using for that program. We're paying $17,000 a month for every person. He knows. This guy, your guy right here, he knows. We pay $17,000 a month for each person in the program, and you do no oversight, Hugo. You do absolutely no oversight at all. And what about the police abuse in our community that you're doing nothing about? You don't hold them accountable at all, Hugo. You flip-flopped on what you want to do if the chief should have the ability to fire cops or not. What are you doing over here in my face? You want to talk about it, Hugo? You want to talk to the community, Hugo? You want to talk about how this community is deteriorating under you? No, you go chat over there. Who are you? I don't care. Mind your business. Mind your business. You look at it. You're I'm trying to hold him accountable. I don't care about you. So why do you keep on giving the police funding? Ignore the community. You want to ignore the community? No, you want to ignore the community, Hugo? You think that the police should have no oversight? There should be no oversight of Inside Safe. There should be no oversight of the mayor. You've given the mayor everything with no over. Oh, she didn't give you that hand slap. She left you hanging, huh, Hugo? She left you hanging. You're not a progressive, Hugo. You're not a progressive. Remember you said you were an abolitionist? You said you were a police abolitionist, and then you give the cops a $100 million increase, and you give them a huge amount of funding, and you require no oversight. No oversight, Hugo. None. This guy, Cop Hugo, Don't do anything with him. You know the homeless problem has gotten way worse under him here. He's just a DSALL guy. The only thing he cares about is Unite Here. That's all he cares about. That's all he cares about is Unite Here. If you don't work for Unite Here, he doesn't care. Don't slap his hand. Don't slap his hand. No. Well, you can do whatever you want. There you go. There you go. No, ignore him. Ignore the fact that he has given the police $100 million increase in funding, gave him $15,000 increase in salary, gives them all the overtime in the world, does no oversight of Inside Safe, does no oversight of Karen Bass, does nothing. Only thing he does is what DSALA tells him to do. That's it. And he has his lackeys come stand right in front. His lackeys will just stand here right in front. How much more money are you gonna give to the cops? Are you gonna vote another police officer into the commission, Hugo? You put cops on the Civilian Oversight Committee. A cop, a police chief, an FBI agent. Cop Hugo, an FBI agent. He doesn't answer to that. He doesn't answer about how the homeless problem is getting worse. He doesn't answer about how they've converted rent-controlled buildings to hotels. Rent-controlled buildings have been converted to hotels. He then rents them back to the city at $17,000 a month for each person. He knows, that's his guy right here. He knows exactly what I'm talking about because he's fought those CPRAs. All that looting we're doing, this guy is defunding our city to give cops more and more money. Defunded our city. Shame on your punk ass. Shame on you. And shame on each of you DSALA people, no, this guy doesn't though, he's different, he came from out of state. DSALA people, these guys, this guy right here, the East, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These guys are a bunch of phonies. They talk about defunding the police, they talk about police accountability, and then when Hugo gets in office, they do nothing. Absolutely nothing. They've given the cops everything they wanted. Everything you wanted. Yeah. Let me see if Karen Bass out here. You know we won't see out here is Heidi. Now I gotta go see if the Scientologists are down here trying to recruit. Then they got the tourist thing. That's fun. This is a good day. How's y'all Sunday mornings going? See, today, right now, on a day like today, all these people walking around Scientologists would be out here so deep trying to recruit people. Not today. Not these days. See, they got runners out here. I'm gonna go running. No, I'm not streaming my run though. These sad fucks. Oh, they got new transport cars, huh? Okay, I gotta keep a lookout for those things. Damn, oh my God, my tour guys, I guess they're not operating today. That sucks. They're not happy. Never thought about that. You're not operating either though. There they are, getting that good overtime day, right? Good overtime. They getting paid to sit. He got the door open and the AC on. He got the AC on and the door open. You having fun out here today?
Trying.
Yeah, man.
My body's burning up already, dude.
Yeah.
Stay safe out here.
All right, man. You too. Oh yeah, they got a bunch of runners out here. I'm gonna walk the end, go home, and then get on a scooter. Low key, Hugo also looked exhausted. He just went from Vermont on a bicycle. From Vermont to here is, man, Vermont to here, 2 miles on a bike. Why does he look so worn out like that? I'm sure they're recruiting somewhere. They're not recruiting anywhere. Guys, you gotta understand something. If they step foot anywhere, you act like we won't get 1,000 messages. The minute they show up anywhere, the texts start. They're trying to wait everybody out. They can't though, it's just unwinnable. It's another thing I can't stand about Hugo. Again, he's a member of that DSALA. So I had a fight with him a couple of years ago. They had a picture of them. There's like 200 members at their annual meeting. And they posted on Twitter, and I was like, I retweeted, and I'm like, where are the black people? Because I didn't see any black people in the crowd. Because they're known for being kind of very white leftist sort of organization. And boy, they went off on me. They went nuts. How dare you say that? What are you trying to say? One of them's like, look, there's one. If you look closely, there's one in the back. I'm like, okay, that's funny. That's a funny statement. And so they just went off. So I was like, fuck it. I went to war against them, kind of like the Scientology type shit. So I asked everybody who has info on them or documents, send them to me. So listen, man, we talked about how they rigged their own elections. Their own elections are all rigged. I have the data to prove it. I can literally prove it. They would have, like, each member gets a vote, and they were doing it electronically. But there's one lady, she had like, when you went and looked at the IP addresses, there were like 100 and something votes coming from her apartment. Her excuse was it's a big family. She's honestly like a right-hand woman for Hugo. So he called it out, and they went off. They went to war. They tried to get me banned from Twitter a couple of times. So I asked for people to send me their membership roll. So I got the whole membership roll of all of them. And every dues-paying member, I got all their shit. And I started looking them up, and they talking about they're this little socialist group, whatever. And they were trying to go off on the fact that, oh, you work in finance. That's disgusting. We're socialists. I was looking these people up. Their parents are owning fucking whole ass major financial institutions, insurance companies, owning massive amount of real estate. These are a bunch of rich kids. The DSLA is a bunch of fucking argumentative rich white kids from Iowa who come out here to work in the film industry and don't make it. And so they get involved with that dumbass fucking group. Anyway, another beef I have with Hugo is he wants to raise minimum wage to $30 for people that work in tourism, meaning hotel workers. And my argument with that is, why are we rewarding hotel workers and not all workers? Like, there's a hotel down around the block from me. Why do those workers deserve to get paid $30 an hour? And the guy working at 7-Eleven at 2 o'clock in the morning being accosted on a regular basis, somehow that person doesn't deserve $30 an hour. The reason why is because he's a member of Unite Here 11. That's how he came up in politics. And his union represents hotel workers. So he wants to reward them with a minimum wage increase, but not all workers. And I have a real problem with that. I believe in fairness across the board. I'm gonna tell you right now, and listen, you can do the math on this. You know, people bitch and complain about the minimum wage being $20 an hour. That's too expensive. Do the math. I'm gonna do the rough math in my head, but let's see. Let's say you work full time. Let's say you work 40 hours a week and you're getting paid minimum wage. That's $800 a week. That's like $41,600 a year. $20. 41,000. Is that a lot, guys? 41,000, 42,000 a year? Is that a ton of money? Is that like, oh man, it's so expensive? Because how are you supposed to pay rent on that? The rule is your rent should be 1/3 of your income, right? So let's say, I mean, on that, you should only be able to afford a rent of, you know, $1,300, $1,400 a year. But the rent is not $1,300, $1,400 a year out here. Rent is fucking $2,000, $3,000. I mean, a month, not a year, a month. It's $2,000, $3,000. If you want to get rent that cheap, you're gonna have to go way out, but then you're gonna have to commute. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't. The math doesn't math. So I mean, I'm actually all for wage increase, right? I just think it should be fair across the board. Why is it just for Hugo's union members get the increase and not all of them? Like I said, go to Sunset and La Brea at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and see the shit that people in that 7-Eleven have to deal with. Or any other place. You know, people working hard as shit. Why don't they get the same benefits as everybody else? All right, I think I'm gonna go head back. Wait, no, I gotta go a little bit further. The runners are ready to go. They have to wait for the light. Let's see what cops those are over there. I don't think they're from Hollywood. I think it's a cool little running club they got going on. There goes the running club. I like their outfits. Gotta go see what my guys are doing over there. That's right, Solomon's not in town. I was gonna say, I'm surprised he's not flying around.
I was in a minute, you bet.
No, just kidding. I only got the empanadas.
Yeah, they're not recruiting over there either. I just wanted to see if the Scientologists were out there. Because they would sit out in front of there handing out their little stupid pamphlets. All right, let's go into the most evil place. It's hard for me to walk through here without just want to knock over some old lady. It's not a bad day because usually it's just jam packed, and people have a way of just standing in your damn way. They'll just have it like, let's have a conversation, all 12 of us and the kids in the cart, right in the middle. Just a typical Sunday morning. Oh man, I don't want to hit the kid.
Where did you get this?
I had to get ahead of that pack. They were driving me crazy.
Oye, me dijo él que ya estaban los espacios.
I like them.
All right, we're moving pretty well today to the farmer's market. We got a bottleneck coming up. So I have a general rule. You're not allowed to, because people get in your way in here, so it's a full contact sport trying to navigate through here. I have a rule though, limits. I don't believe you're not allowed to elbow any elderly lady in an Adam's apple over the age of 82. Under 82 is fine because she's really just got to get the hell out. You know what I'm saying? She just got to get out of the way, but she didn't. And so she got hit in an Adam's apple and she's just laying there, and that's on her. I'm taking a deep breath right now. Get out of my way. Oh, here she comes. Oh. I don't know why I come through here like this. Oh. Watch out, kid. Watch out, kid. You'll get it too. Man, I maneuvered that pretty good. All right, I'm almost out of here. If I get to that last 15 yards and I start seeing congestion, I'm just gonna put my shoulder down and just go right through it. My guy right here has been here for so many years, sorry. Oh, he doesn't have his dreads though. He's been here with the kids, like, 20 years? People who from Hollywood know what I'm talking about. There also used to be that one guy, I think he was a Korean guy who played a guitar singing and a harmonica. And I haven't seen him for a while, but then I saw him at a city council, neighborhood council meeting. Yeah, I shit you not. Like 15 years ago, right now, you would not want to park your car on this street. This shit right here was just run down and decrepit. It was, It was a lot of bullshit. This whole area was fucked. Now you come through here in Millen, come here at 8 o'clock at night, this place is jam-packed with Bentleys and Mercedes. Go into the Dream Hotel. There used to be like a little auto body shop right here and a little tiny bar, like a little hole in the wall bar. How times have changed. See the chat. It's hard to read the chat right now because the light. Looks hot out there. Like literally, I am pouring sweat. But it's not. It's actually not that hot. Where's the Scientology Test Center? If I go straight about 5 blocks, make a right, a block away from where I confronted Hugo. Enough of that coffee. I think I'm gonna get on a scooter. It's Mama Shelter. Guy used to always come to the Scientology protests. He DJs up on the roof at Sunday nights, I think 5 o'clock. All this shit is new. Hotel, restaurant. This is like hotel, restaurant, club. Like I said, 15 years ago, this is the only building that was here. All the other shit was new. And it didn't look like this. That person's dressed weird for running. Runners dress weird. My favorite running shorts are ones that have like pictures of bugs all over them. Remember in the 2020 LA Marathon, there was so many people wearing Kobe jerseys. I just remember one guy, he was dressed like Kobe, dribbling a basketball the whole marathon. It was just a huge tribute to him. Yeah, this is really, honestly, this is amazing weather. And I think I'm gonna go run the route. I hope Hugo spends some more time out there. I am gonna go stop by and say hi to him. There's a bug on it. All right, guys, I'm out of here. You guys enjoy your day.